Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Authentically Albertan. I am here, back in the alcove, joined by the strangers. How are you guys? Why don't you introduce yourselves individually?
I am Declan Grant. I'm the lead guitarist of the Strangers, or I don't know what guitarist I am,
Do you
but
switch sometimes?
I switch. I play. I'll do some comping. I'll do some lead, whatever the song asks of me, and whatever I feels right.
Hi, I'm Farina. I'm the singer of the band.
And hi, I'm Alejandro. I play piano.
Awesome, guys. And how have you been lately? What concerts have you guys been doing? What performances? How has December been for the strangers?
December has been our busiest month in terms of how much we rehearse. We did our first paid concert, and one. Did we perform at school in December? Was that in like
That was last
November?
month.
So yeah, last month we did like our first show for a school event, and now it's been building up.
If you weren't musicians right now, what would you be doing?
Good question. I really don't know. Like, music is my everything right now. And do you have any ideas?
I have even less of an idea because I'm majoring in music, so
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
it's
don't even
the
know.
career.
Like
Yeah.
I have no idea what I would do. Like I got nothing. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, I mean, for me, I would probably study math. If I wasn't doing music, I'd probably be doing math. That's what I was studying in university before I came to Calgary and started doing the music thing, taking it a little more seriously.
Where were you studying before?
I was at U of T.
Oh, University of Toronto. And you
Yeah.
came all the way to Calgary. You know, usually people do it the other way. They start here in Calgary and they end up in Toronto.
So I did a bit of both. I grew up here, and then I moved to Toronto to try to get the, living by myself experience, living in the big city. And then I moved back because it was too expensive. So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the fact that I laughed because we were like talking to Alejandro a day before, and we were like, "Oh my gosh!" So like my major is math all too, and math would like kill people, right? So actually, we're so grateful that we have music. So that was why I was laughing. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like two completely different fields, you know? Math and music. Do you ever see any correlation between them at all?
In some cases, yes, but like my major and Alejandro's is like pure math kind of stuff. So no, actually, you
So you,
cannot.
you two are studying the same thing.
Not same thing. Like my major was back in high school, and he's like doing it at university. But yeah, somehow
Okay.
it's related.
And what would you say it's similar in math? Do you say maybe the discipline? You know, you got to put a lot of discipline into knowing math. You got to put a lot of discipline into playing good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Somehow that's kind of. Yeah, I think you can answer that better.
discipline and discipline is always important in anything you do. And with music theory in particular, math becomes very important because the way we describe different sounds, the way different chords work over different songs, it's all described using math. So coming from a math background and being able to describe the music that I like to hear with things that I've studied in school is part of what really kind of inspired me to lean away from academia and more into musicianship.
Yeah.
All this math talk probably seems boring to you, huh? You just want to play guitar. You just want to rock.
The stuff they know is far beyond my math. All I know is high school math. But I definitely see connections after studying harmony. Like
Right.
everything has a relationship, every note, every chord, and it's like you can look at it as a system that you can follow, and we will always get consistent results with harmony, a little bit like math.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. So when you guys are playing music, where can we find you? You know, what else do you guys do besides playing music? Aside from studying, of course. Studying counts, but it's boring. Give us something interesting.
I like to swim, or not so much lately, but I do like to swim. I I don't go outside much though. Other than that, it's like I play games. Like you might find me online or on Fortnite or Roblox, maybe a Mario game, something like that. I'm like an indoor kind of person. Occasionally, I'll go out with some of these guys, like last night after the show. So you can imagine what we got up to.
Mm, for me, it's like more about art. So I would make myself busy like with painting or writing poems or something. I really do like to have my original song, so I'm trying to work on my writing skills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm not performing music, I'm trying to learn music. So I'm starting piano lessons next semester, and
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I've really been focused on music lately. It's the only thing that really brings me a lot of meaning. So when I'm not doing music, I'm probably sleeping or eating. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's very hard, like,
It's very hard to describe your life outside of music. It's very pivotal to
yeah.
you.
I mean, like for me, like these few months were like mainly it was just music, so that's why like Alejandro likes explaining like piano and this kind of stuff. Hmm. I mean, like for like my mental health, it was very necessary. So that's why I really can't say, yeah, where can you find me, like, except music kind of things.
It
But
obviously means a lot to you. I wanted
yeah.
to ask you guys, how did this whole journey begin? What instrument did you start playing off, or how did you get involved in music to begin with?
So like for me, it was like I think when I was 1 years old, 1 year old or something, because like we have a audio tape of me. It's like my sister was like going to some music classes, and she would like whenever she was practicing, I was like next to her. So there is a audio tape. I was like somehow trying to sing with her. Like it was not 1 year old. I don't know how old was I, but still I think it begins from there. And then yeah, it was mainly my parents and my sister, of course. So she was playing piano, and I really loved her. Like, oh, I want to do that. We had a like very big piano in our house. And I really love to make myself busy with. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of an interesting journey with music. Um, it was never a big part of like anyone around me growing up. Like I had a few people who would like play guitar and sing. None of them were like even close to having a career out of it. It was just a hobby for them. And I did start feeling like I should try to learn guitar when I was maybe like 12, but when I got a guitar, an absolute
You never
terrible.
played it.
I tried. My fingers just wow. It was a world of pain, pretty much. I gave it up until I came back to it a couple years later, which would be 2022. I came back to it basically as a beginner.
So how old were you then? Like how much
16.
time had passed?
So I'm
Wow.
18 now.
Yeah.
So I was 16, grade 11, and about October is when I started getting back into it, and I was way more determined that time just to do it. Like I wanted something to do and to spend my time on that like I don't know, I just didn't have anything like that before that felt fulfilling, and that started to really feel fulfilling to me. So it evolved. Like I bought my first electric, or my grandparents did, for Christmas. Practiced on that a lot. Got some more. Got some lessons. And lessons were really like a game changer for my musical journey, because I don't think I would be in university studying music if I didn't get lessons from a great teacher like that. And I guess looking back, it's been really a fulfilling journey, regardless of how much better it could have been if I didn't give up at first.
Yeah, starting at 16. I mean, I started playing guitar late. I started learning how to play guitar when I was 20, and now I'm 21. It's been a year.
Mhm.
You can see the progress happening when you really put the discipline into it.
Mhm.
So I can
Yeah.
only understand, your process too, and that passion has grown so much that you decided, okay, you know what? I'm gonna dedicate my life to this. I'm gonna go ahead and study music. Even if you decide to switch careers later on, that experience is still so valuable for the rest of what you do. It's something that you can connect with other people about. That's why they call music, music is one of the universal languages, because a lot of people
Yeah.
can communicate with it regardless of what language they speak. So it's very, very useful, and it's something really, really good to be passionate about.
Having a passion, having something you just love and you just want to do no matter what is really great, no matter what it is. And it happens to be music for me and for us.
Nice. And Alejandro, what about you?
So, my first instrument was clarinet. That's the first instrument I learned. I only learned to play piano because my brother was in piano lessons, and a few of my friends in middle school started a band, and they needed a piano player, and I wanted to hang out with them, so I learned.
You learn piano too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how is the switch away from clarinet?
Well, technically, like the technical skills are very different between the two instruments, but the theory knowledge that I got when I was studying for my RCM 6 exam for clarinet, I still apply every day. Reading sheet music, that's a skill I use still. So I'm very lucky that I was able to have a formal music education, even if it wasn't on my main instrument when I was growing up, because it gave me those fundamentals that have kind of allowed me to continue learning on my own. Uh, into like yeah, just continue learning on my own without needing to be in a lot of different classes or taking a lot of courses or anything like that.
Exactly, had your own curiosity to satisfy and everything. That's good. That's good to hear. And
Yeah, it's interesting that it was a little bit quite the same. Like I started with piano, and then I quit it, and it's actually like all of us started with something, and we will just gave up, and
then came back
yeah,
to
and
it.
came back to it much more better.
I just remembered when I was in 8th grade, I joined a band and I picked trombone, which didn't go anywhere.
No?
No,
Too heavy?
I don't know. I didn't even like playing it. I just joined to be with my friend. I mean, I thought I might like it. It wasn't the worst thing. I couldn't read music at all, so all I did was play by ear, and yeah, I had terrible grades. I got to go to band camp the last year before COVID shut everything down. Um, it's like I had such little knowledge for music that I don't even consider it like part of my journey that I did trombone. It was just like a random one-off thing.
Well, maybe you might pick it up again sometime in the future. I mean, you
That,
got an alto sax player in your band. Maybe she could give you a few pointers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good point that all of you kind of like dropped it at the beginning, but then it just came back. He
Yeah.
came back, and obviously it's more fulfilling now, more of a passion. So that's
Yeah.
good to hear about. What about music genres? Because you guys have obviously a lot more members in the band, lots of different tastes. What are your tastes in music? In your opinion, what is the best music genre
Um,
or your favorite music genre?
I love heavy metal, which is totally different than anything we play. I love
And you seem like a quiet guy and you love heavy metal.
I went and saw Metallica when they went to Edmonton this summer, and that was like one of the best days of my life, to be honest. They're my favorite band. It's such a good expressive genre, and it's like really true music. Like I don't often find like heavy metal songs to be like fake, like some pop songs can be nowadays, like stuff like that. And jazz is too. Like jazz is a really expressive genre, and it comes from like the heart, and that's, I guess that's kind of the music I'm drawn to, just authentic music.
Yeah, nice. Good to hear.
And I'm a jazz fusion lover too. That's my number two, I think.
Jazz fusion.
Maybe number one, maybe number two. Jazz fusion, yeah.
Yeah. How do you, before we move on, I do want to ask, have you been influenced by heavy metal when you guys play together? Has there been any performance that has been influenced by any heavy metal performance?
I think there's a little touch of it in my soloing, but it's really hard to like. There's very little overlap in those genres, the way I look at it. So, not really with this band. I haven't really incorporated my love for heavy metal.
Yeah. Well, maybe in the future.
I'd love to have some guys to play some Metallica and Black Sabbath and whatever.
Nice.
For me, I'm always switching between which genre I like the most at a given point. Right now, I'm really into funk, which is just, kind of like fast jazz with less complicated harmony. I really appreciate the rhythmic complexity of funk and uh, all of the different grooves you can create just based off of a very simple idea. And I really try to incorporate it into my playing as much as possible. Sometimes the song doesn't call for it. So, in those cases, I just play whole notes or just play the swing rhythm, whatever the song needs. But in those moments where there is some space to be filled and I can do something interesting rhythmically that I listen to on a record that I really like, that really resonated with me, it's something I try to do often.
So you can incorporate those funky elements
Mhm.
into what you're playing right now, into your performances.
Hmm.
I like funk, like some James Brown type of stuff.
Yeah, James Brown, George Clinton,
Nice.
Curtis Mayfield
Yeah,
was a big
true.
inspiration as well.
And what about you?
It's hard for me to answer because, like, mainly, maybe rock and pop. But the thing is that I really like specific things about each genre, right? Like, I really can't choose. But mainly, yeah, for my daily music, I would just listen to pop. But I really love folk songs and old songs and classic songs also. Like, I think because I've practiced classical singing, but I cannot answer like these guys.
And generally, what type of genre do you guys cover as the strangers?
Jazz?
Just
Yeah,
standard.
it's
Is it
because
mostly just
like
jazz?
yeah, because like we're a jazz band.
Yeah,
That's
we're just sticking to the basics until we figure out our own
Yeah.
unique sound.
yeah.
It's cool to hear. How did you guys come together? Like, how did you know each other?
Very random, but like by Alejandro, knew us like one by one, and he was like, "Yeah, there is a band. Do you want to join?" I was like, "Yeah," and then so that's why actually our band's name is The Strangers.
So you kind of put the band together then.
Yeah.
How was the process of that like?
It really wasn't just me. I found Declan's introduction on a community Discord server for a music club at the University of Calgary, and he mentioned that he liked jazz and jazz fusion, and said that he was open to collaborating. So I messaged him. We talked a little bit. We ended up meeting up, and we went to a jam session hosted by the U of C Jazz Room, which is just like the jazz club at U of C, and that's where we met Kyla, our saxophone player. So the three of us there, we played some music, we jammed out. It was really fun, and we decided that day. I think it was October 2nd, early October. Anyways,
Which year?
This year.
This year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we met. We decided we wanted to form the combo, and then it was just a matter of time before we found people that wanted to play with us. So we'd heard about the Alcove through another UFC music club event that was held here one night. That's how I found out about it, and I started coming every Thursday since then. And yeah, that's pretty much where we met everyone else from our band, actually, except for our bass player, who also reached out to Declan online.
On Discord, yeah.
I was Bandcamp, no?
Band mix.
Band mix. Oh,
Our bass player. So there's this website called Band Mix where it's it's kind of like Tinder but for musicians in a weird way. Where you just post your bio and people can like
Can say, hey, I want to
contact
go out
you.
with you.
More like, hey, I want to jam with you, but
Ah,
pretty
okay.
much. Yeah, so our bass player contacted me through my profile there, which was really nice because I think all we needed to find was a bass player
Yeah.
to complete like the band
Yeah, the
arrangement.
drums. I introduced
So what's the full band looking like? We've got obviously you three. We've got the keyboard, vocals, guitarist, and then on top of that, who else do we have?
We have Scotty the drummer, Rodrigo the other guitarist, Dan the bass player, Kyla the alto saxophonist. And then for our show yesterday, we had two guests. So we had a singer, Shreya, is that?
Yeah.
Shreya. I was confused about how to pronounce her name. And Ray, Kyla's friend, who joined us for saxophone and vocals.
Awesome.
Luke. Oh,
Yeah.
and Luke was filling in for Scotty.
Who are all here in spirit.
Yep, they are here in spirit.
Yeah.
But that's awesome to hear that. Again, you just started literally just strangers. Most bands that I interview, well, they talk about how they met back in college, back in high school, how they've been friends since middle school, band class. But no, you guys were just, boom,
Yeah.
just met up, just said, hey, you guys want to make some music? You said yes,
Exactly, like,
boom. Then it just happened.
yeah. Yeah, we didn't see that coming. Also, like, we didn't expect that, and it was very random, but it was actually fun. It was a little bit hard because we didn't have the time to know each other that
Yeah,
much.
exactly like that.
And like we just came up with some gigs and performances, and it was a little bit hard to communicate, but we did it. We actually did it, and it was very good. I mean, like despite the fact we were super nervous and a little bit under pressure, but we did it, and I'm very happy and proud.
Were you guys in bands before?
Yeah, I had some bands back in my country, and
Where are you from?
I'm from Iran.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
From
from
Tehran?
Tehran, yeah.
yeah.
And it was like something fun about me is like I came here 3 months ago, and I just met these guys 2 months ago, and it was very, very fast for me. But I really like the journey, and yeah.
Um, yeah, forgive me. Yeah, I've been in bands before. It was either like concert band in school or just like I mentioned, like a kind of casual thing with friends from middle school. But this is definitely the first time that I've been part of an outfit that takes music seriously and really wants to, go places.
Right now, are you guys composing your own stuff or covering someone else's?
We've all everything we've done has been covers so far, but one of the guests who came on yesterday, we did do one of his original compositions, which was cool, but
Nice.
nothing quite like original The Stranger's material. And personally, I haven't really wrote anything myself. Like that's really been fleshed out at all. I think these two might have something else to say about that.
Yeah, we have some ideas about it. Like Um, we just, I think we were like waiting for these gigs and performances get done, and then like have a conversation over the stuff, like how we are going to, like what's our vision and what do we want to be like this band. But I think we are like we have some ideas for it, right? Like we really love to do
Some
that.
ideas for
Like yeah, I
composition,
mean
yeah?
yeah, I mean like I for like personally, I don't want our band be the cover band. I
Yeah.
think because I see the potential in our bandmates that we can have our own songs. And now the gigs are finished, I think we are on it. We should just have to talk about it.
Yeah, me personally, I don't compose. I don't write music myself. For me, that's kind of putting the cart before the horse. I want to make sure I have a technical mastery of my instrument and a solid knowledge of music theory before I try my hand at composing. Just because uh, I'm the kind of person that likes to do things the right way
You've got an
from the
order of
start.
things, yeah.
You know, I'm not a like a touch and go kind of like just make it up as you go along. Like in jazz, that's what you do. But in terms of learning how to do that, I I practice a lot and I learn a lot before it sees the stage. You know, and
What makes
with
you feel
writing, I'm not even
comfortable, you
there
know? Like you need the confidence when you're playing an instrument for sure.
yet.
Because otherwise you start overthinking things and playing the wrong notes, doing the wrong movements. So I can see a logic behind that.
Yeah.
Is there a composer in your group, you know, from the band members who are here in spirit that you know of?
Do we have a composer, you mean?
You
Yeah.
write some stuff.
Yeah, I mean like I'm not a professional composer, but I have composed some stuff and I really love to do that, so I give it a shot. I had like I have one original song, but I'm thinking of it, and I really like us to be have our own songs, and yeah, maybe I have some experiences in it. Maybe I can help, but I think it's a very long journey, a long way, even for me to just have the things like yeah, yeah.
What inspires you to compose? What songs you take inspiration from?
Like I have some ideas about the old version songs that like we have, and I really love to make them updated, something like that. So like with jazz, with pop, because like mostly they are classic, and this is my kind of idea about that. Yeah.
So that first performance you guys played together, how was that like? Like that must have been the trial by fire, right? Whether you guys work as a band or not.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a good way to put it. I think it went really well though. A lot of
Like tell me the story of how you guys got it and where did you guys perform?
I am not entirely sure how we got it because I know Kyla had contacted the Cafe Gravity. So I guess they just booked us maybe after they watched a video actually of just us three like playing, or maybe they don't even like need to hear us. Maybe they just wanted someone to play.
Yeah, I really don't know. Kyla does this kind of stuff. So she's the one who would have some, she would come up with some opportunities,
Some plans.
some plans. Yeah,
Nice.
she's the leader of the band somehow. Yeah.
And how did it all work? How is the performance? Were there some moments where you guys maybe played the wrong notes but covered it up, or some technical difficulties?
It's bound to happen. There's bound to be mistakes, but it didn't really take away from how good it was in general. Like we every song we just seemed to be communicating like better than we ever had just through our instruments and what we're playing, and it's like we were all at the top of our game, and it's only going to get better, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, if the top of the game is when you guys are beginning, then of course it's going to get better from there. That's incredible to hear, guys.
Yeah, it was honestly the biggest hurdle was just getting everything set up, like figuring out where to put the keyboards, how are we gonna fit the drums, how are we gonna get the guitars on stage for when they get featured. It was a lot of runaround in the setting up. When it came to actually performing, it was like we were so low on time that we just kind of like, okay, well, we've done
We'll
these
wing it.
songs,
Yeah,
just
let's
go
do
for
it.
it.
Yeah.
Just trust your ears,
Yeah, especially
send it.
because the stage was a little bit small, so we could just have keyboards and drum on the stage, and it was a little bit hard in that part. But I
And what
think
about the audience? How was the audience like that night? Vibe to your music?
they were excited somehow. Like, yeah, they were like very excited and happy. I mean, like that was my aspect. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they showed tons of support after every song. Like they seemed to just love it. Everyone I talked to had a really good time. So it was really good. Like just being able to do that and having people just love it. It's really great.
Yeah, like time to time, like I wasn't all on the stage like the whole time. I was like between the audience, and I could see people would have some comments, which all of them were like very positive. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone I invited was really happy to hear the music. They loved it. They told me they sounded great. I invited a few of my peers from my um my groups where I study jazz and I study music, and they told me that we sounded really great and that we had a unique sound, which was a really great compliment. I'm very happy with how it went as well. I think everyone had a good time.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And it's great that you guys got praised and that the audience reaction was great. And how long was the performance?
2 hours with a 15-minute intermission.
2 hours with a 15-minute intermission. Holy crap, a full 2 hours.
I was pretty tired.
Yeah, a lot of people were like standing because they didn't have like any place to sit, but it was kind of motivating.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 hours. I thought it was like 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yeah,
But
2
2 hours is a
hours,
full-on
people
concert.
standing, but they were all happy. They seemed happy and satisfied. I think so.
And it was all that, like, how long was the average song? Because I know jazz songs sometimes tend to be pretty long.
So this one was a little special because there were certain songs that we knew we were gonna drag on for however long. I know we played Chameleon for like 20 minutes or something. But on average, I'd say we were maybe close to like 10 minutes, 8-minute mark for most songs, because we really wanted to give everybody an opportunity to solo.
Okay, yeah, everybody gets a spotlight, and that's great. That's great you guys get that mentality to showcase not just yourselves, but your peers as well, you know, your bandmates.
Yeah, of course.
I want to know, how do you guys stay just active? How do you guys keep the energy up for 2 hours? I might need it for my next interview or the interview after that. You know, how do you keep entertained for 2 hours? That's an accomplishment.
I just really like playing music, and it doesn't really matter how tired I am because I love playing music. So if I'm so tired I have to sit down, which I did for a little bit, you know, I'll sit down and keep playing music. It doesn't matter. I won't really stop.
So to you, it didn't feel like 2 hours.
No, it felt
30
yeah,
minutes?
it felt like 30 minutes. When we got to our break, I thought it had only been like 20 minutes. Like honestly, it did not feel like it was very long.
Mm.
Well, for me, it's well, I like coffee, so I drink a lot of coffee. That gets me through long performances like that, and also just being aware that yes, I'm performing, but I'm also hearing the music that I'm playing, and I'm hearing what everyone else is doing. So anytime I feel a little overwhelmed or it feels like it's going on for too long, I just listen, and it kind of reminds me of like why I'm there.
Yeah.
And that, you know, gives me a second wind, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha. What's the next performance? Is it in a month? Is it in a week? When's it happening?
We have no idea. Sadly, for better or for worse, because we have lots of time to really get it figured out. I was super fun to perform, so I'd like to do something pretty soon, at least by like the end of January.
By the end of January.
At least
Yeah.
one like really good thing like we did here.
To keep it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise you kind of lose it a little bit. You lose that confidence in yourself. Right now you're riding high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be looking forward to it. I'll be looking forward to it. And do you guys have like an Instagram account? Where do we keep up with the strangers?
We have, yeah, I think it's at the Strangers Combo on Instagram. That's our social media presence for now.
My question is, how do you guys, as jazz players, keep that spirit, that old spirit of jazz musicians playing? How do you guys keep it relevant in a world where it's constantly seems to be against you? In a music industry that wants to replace you with synthwave and electronic and just, machines doing your job.
People like seeing live music done maybe the old-fashioned way, or just live music in general. Like people who want to see jazz, they probably won't get much out of like an EDM rave. So they're now, and since the inception of jazz, there's always been people who just want to see this through changing times. Even if it's a smaller market, it's still there. There's still people who will seek out jazz, and it's great that people will do that.
Mm, uh, I'm sorry. Do you want to go?
It's a
Well,
little
you haven't
bit.
gone in a while. It's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. For me personally, I really scare about this kind of AI stuff that has come up about like music, and I think it's getting the opportunity from the real artists, the real musicians, that they could come up with something. Or so I like it more like this. I think we should continue what we are doing, unless AI stuff would just come up and replace with us. But I think this I mean, like, the point is that the machines cannot replace. The humans cannot replace by machines.
Cannot be replaced by
Yeah,
machines.
it's like very human. Like, it should have emotional in it, like the stress you have on the like stage, or like the fluctuation of emotions that you would deal with that. These are very human, and it's very necessary in music, or like art, because it's mainly about human emotions, not machines.
What's your experience here with the Calgary jazz community?
Oh, it's a pretty good community. A few of my teachers from high school actually are still involved in the Calgary jazz community, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on nowadays, trying to get more young people into jazz. So I'm part of the Calgary Jazz Academy. That is a new program this year that is basically just, yeah, group lessons for young jazz musicians or old jazz musicians, or pretty much anybody who wants to learn jazz to just do their thing. I
And where's
have
this academy at? Is it part of UFC?
it's kind of a subset of the Calgary Jazz Orchestra.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's still kind of getting off the ground. You would have to go to their website to learn more about that. But other than that, I have not engaged too much with the scene. I've been really focusing on my own individual practice and getting better as a player.
Right, fair enough. Good. Moving forward, what are some future plans outside of music? Outside of music.
For me, it's like to start university. I'm waiting for next year, and not unfortunately, but my major is not going to be music.
What's your major?
It's architecture.
Architecture,
I
nice.
think I really don't know what's going to happen, but I have applied for architecture and I hope things go well. So for now, my life is a little bit random, so I can't really have any ideas.
I'm kind of interested in trying to start like a business setting up people's guitars and like just maintenance so people could just give their guitars to me and I would make them really play really well.
There's like a looter?
Not quite a luthier
Luthier.
because they like to build guitars. I don't think I have those skills. That would be really cool though. Like I would love to build my own guitars, but
Especially with
that's
the different woods that they
yeah.
use for different sounds and stuff.
I love custom guitars. If I had the money, I would definitely have many custom guitars. Like are awesome. But yeah, I just doing some kind of like work on guitars itself is appealing to me. I gotta sort of explore that pathway a little more.
Nice. Yeah, it's good to hear. And it's still sticking to music, even if it's something separate, you're still dealing with it. So you're still incorporating it into your life.
Like even if I don't know, I just love guitars. Even if I'm not playing music with them, they're cool.
Yeah.
I really don't have anything concrete outside of music right now. I'm very much living in the moment, trying to seize the day. So
Yeah, but what about any travels or any plans like that?
no plans really. I mean, I guess I'll just I'll graduate from U of C and then maybe I'll go to Europe or something. That's always something I've wanted to do. Um, but it's not really a big focal point of my life.
Right. Yeah. As the Strangers combo, what kind of legacy do you guys want to leave behind for Calgary?
Question do you have?
I'll give my
Yeah.
answer. Um, I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. If people really want to come see us and we get like moderately successful, that's good enough for me. If people are like, when are the strangers gonna play next? When can I come see them? That's exactly like that'll satisfy me for sure.
I think the thing that I really want to people to know about like strangers is that we just met each other in this kind of social communities like alcove. So that was the thing that Calgary offered to us. So we were like people who wanted to have fun, have make music, jam together, and we found each other and we had our band. So mm I think we could just show people that you can use this kind of opportunities to come up with this kind of ideas and have each other like it shouldn't be that hard because like when you're thinking about it like oh having a band finding people it seems a little bit hard but I think we are somehow a sample of it's not that hard, especially because Calgary is offering this amount of
Opportunities and chances
opportunities
to
and
meet each other.
chances. Yeah, to find people, to meet people, to jam with some strangers that you don't know, like here at Alcove, like every Thursday. I really found it very, very good, and yeah, maybe it would give people courage to come up. Yeah,
Just inspiring people would be
yeah.
great too if people go home from one of our shows and they think that was really cool. I want to try. I want to do that too. Like that is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Just inspiring people to pick up an instrument too and learn more about jazz. So definitely build up a legacy there, not just for yourselves, but for the genre that you guys all love.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a specific definition of success that all of you have?
I guess mine is, I mean, you have to have financial success just to live. So if you can live comfortably off your music, whatever comfortable means to you, if you can do that from what you love doing, then that is success.
Yeah, me too. I mean, like, it's quite the same.
Yeah, music for me is it's not only like a potential job, right? It's also a passion. So the money is really secondary when it comes to why I play music. So even if the money's bad, as long as I'm paying bills, I'm able to make rent, eat food. I'm happy. Music's
So living,
food for the soul.
living comfortably and being able to do what you enjoy.
Hmm.
That's fair. That's a very realistic definition of success, I'd say.
Yeah, and I really found life very short, so I don't think so. You're like spending your time on a thing you love. It's kind of a success, right? Yeah,
Definitely. I
yeah.
could see it all. Well, thanks guys for joining me on this episode of Authentic Albertan. It was great having you here and just listening to your story of how you all came together as strangers and formed a big combo.
Yeah,
It was
thank
great
you
to
so
hear.
much for your time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
of
really
course.
enjoyed it.
And thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you later on the next episode of Authentic Albertan. Stay authentic.